Tonight for Halloween, what I did was see a silent film. Now, it wasn't the first silent film I've ever seen, but still, it was a really cool change of pace for Halloween. It was Vampyr, spelled Vampyr. It's from the 30s, and in all honesty, I couldn't follow the story. I had no idea what it was about. I'm guessing a vampire, how they work, some of the mythos. But the cool part was the live orchestra and the effects. Some of the effects for the time were pretty impressive. They had people opaque as if they were ghosts. They had some really cool horror effects with the with faces being flashed around the screen. It was pretty cool. And the orchestra really did a good job setting up this atmosphere. Now, silent movies don't really scare me much. I'm more fascinated by them. But there was such a sense of atmosphere and this old-timey spookiness. You know how sometimes things look kind of creepy just because they're from the early 20th century? It had a little bit of that going for it. But that just gave it part of its charm. I'm fascinated by how the people looked back then. Now, people's physical appearances have definitely changed over the decades, over the centuries. So I was fascinated by how the people looked. They were some of them, particularly some of the women, looked like they could have been in modern times, but the men definitely had an older look to them. Particularly this an older gentleman who played a doctor. He looked like a caricature of a mad scientist. I think this was also a German movie, so that added to it. Now, felt more like an exercise in film history, but still, fun stuff.